Gentlemen, brothers, we're getting ready to start something very, very, very nice. I'm gonna get a haircut, and then I'm gonna have a full facial. You'll be amazed at what you see, and me, I'm gonna be just thrilled at how I feel. And more importantly, that is the important part, how you feel. For me, I can tell you, I'll describe to you how the skin feels reinvigorated at the end of the process. I will be commentating and giving you sort of a blow-by-blow as the process takes place. Let's begin. Please note that I keep my hair closely cropped. Right now, the barber is making sure that the face is clear and removing any and all facial hair, because once you do this, this does aid in preventing ingrown facial hairs. Now, the first phase of the process, the haircut and the prepping of the skin, has just occurred and it has just been completed. We're going to see the barber place a towel on my chest, and the second towel will be used for any cleanup or anything of that nature. Note, these are all new towels. He's not using reused towels on me at all, or will he use any used towels on you. So each time this process begins from start to finish, you're getting clean towels, new towels. Now right now I'm looking at the different aromas that'll be applied as an essential oil into the water to give you a fragrance. You have everything from tea tree, sweet orange, lemongrass, peppermint, lavender, and eucalyptus. He uses only distilled water. On this first phase, our barber is applying a steam with my choice of fragrance going into my skin. And you'll watch as he applies the first phase of the scrub with as an exfoliant. Now, it is a renewing exfoliant and cleanser. So it's going to work into the pores and extract any and all impurities out of your skin. As he's applying the exfoliant to both sides of my face. Now remember, the steam is still opening up the pores so that this can work itself in and then get rid of any dead skin on the surface of your skin. And that is the outer epidermal layers, which we want to get rid of any dead skin in the first place. He's using a scrub brush to go ahead and work the solution, the exfoliant, into the skin. And it's had a time to sit on the skin so that the steam helps keep the pores open so that it can work itself in and actually take away the dead skin, which is the purpose of any exfoliant. Now, each time you feel the scrub brush return to your skin, the barber has actually gone to the steam machine and applied a little bit more steam to the brush head and then reapplied it to your face. Now, doing so keeps it nice and moist so that it's easier to work with on the surface of your skin, and the exfoliant actually works itself in a little bit better that way. Now I actually made a little bit of a change there. We changed from the eucalyptus to lemongrass. And lemongrass being the one that's highly recommended. So I went with that and made the change, unbeknownst to you, but it feels wonderful. Now a hot towel will be applied, and then we'll use the massager to massage the skin.
So I'm just gonna leave it loose so you can still talk.
Now he's applying the massager. And the steam is constantly running throughout the entire process. Now just watch as the skin is cleared of the first facial scrub. And the next phase is actually going to be a charcoal-based blackhead remover. So that any and all blackheads where dirt and dust can accumulate and form blackheads is going to be taken care of in the next phase by the scrub. The skin's being prepped, very carefully for that next phase. Towel down and almost like a towel rinse, if you will. You'll constantly smell the lemongrass as the steamer runs throughout the entire process.
Okay.
So it's actually embedding the smell of the lemongrass into your skin as we're going through the different steps of the facial scrub. The charcoal-based blackhead remover has just been applied to one side of my face and now to the other. It has a very unique smell, and you'll actually feel the skin tingle a bit as it's being applied. Now watch as the brush is scrubbing in and working the blackhead remover into the skin. Now watch as the brush is carefully applied around my face and around the outside of the eye sockets, only because I've made note of the fact that I had cataract surgery and I do have stents placed into the eye for the eye pressure. Note the attention that's being given to the nasal and nose area, because that's an area where a lot of oils and dirts and dust get into the pores because of the constant exposure to sunlight, and the constant touching, scratching, itching of the nose. So more of the hands go to the nose and sometimes the cheeks, but the nose does get a little bit special attention. This is in preparation of the skin for the next phase. Now the massager will be used again to massage in the skin over the hot towel. massaging feels very, very good to the facial muscles. I can feel the massager working everything into the skin, even through the towel. And I do note that it is very, very relaxing, very soothing. It will almost lull you into sleep. We're cleaning the skin again and getting the charcoal cleanser, blackhead remover, out of the skin. That's in preparation for the hyaluronic acid, which also hydrates and moisturizes your skin. Now, you're going to note that this is going to become very sudsy and quite thick with suds because it is a foam type cleanser. Now watch as it's being applied by the brush and it starts to suds up on the skin. There's nothing wrong or going wrong with the process. It's exactly what's supposed to happen. Next, we'll be clearing the skin of the scrub, and the hyaluronic scrub to be specific, and we'll be applying a toner to even the skin tone and balance it out. And at this point, there will be no more massaging of the skin with the hand massager. It will all be done by hand with the scrubber.
Another round of cleansing just to get this thing off.
All right, next, the toner will be applied, and we'll remove the steaming part of it because that's not necessary, and you need the toner to work into the skin naturally. So the steam will be discontinued and the toner will be applied to the skin. You notice a little difference in the skin and how it appears, coloring, the vibrantness to the tone of the skin itself. Next, we're going to have to replenish the skin. So that's going to be the next phase. Now, if you'll notice, in this part of the process, we're revitalizing the skin because we've already gone through the exfoliating phase, the steaming, the removing of the blackheads, the towel again applied a second time, the massaging of the skin, and working in the blackhead remover. Now we're building the skin back up. Now, should you notice any tingling to the skin while this process is taking place, that's normal. Now watch as the skin absorbs the toner. Now, we're into the final phase. The last step, hyaluronic acid replenishing agent is being applied now to the skin. And this is the final phase. Now watch as this is putting onto the skin as a replenishing agent. And now you can see the finished product. There we are. Skin feels very, very, very good, reinvigorated, and moreover, you'll notice that you'll feel breezes and be more susceptible to like cool or warm air, but especially cool air. You'll feel it, and it'll feel like everything's been peeled away from your skin. So, I highly recommend having a facial, getting the full facial, and taking the benefits of it to the next level. And then, from time to time, as you feel the need, schedule that facial. Have it done from time to time to keep the skin totally healthy. And drink plenty of water. Oh, and please, like the video and share the channel with everyone, okay? Thank you. Your support will be greatly appreciated.